describe rhetoric as the art of persuasion, and it covers anything from sort of grand speeches to writing a letter. I think rhetoric is around us all the time. We're constantly being persuaded by everyone from politicians to people doorstepping on behalf of a charity to advertisements. The persuasive language actually is around us as never before. But what's changed, I argue, is that we've lost the vocabulary to talk about it. Rhetoric is a kind of distinct field of study. For thousands of years it was one third of an education, and now it isn't. Thrilled to be here. I haven't been to this festival before, and I'm always excited to be invited to a festival. This seems a particularly kind of enjoyable, friendly and well-run one.
Well, I give a talk about this book to start off often by kind of paying tribute to the classical origins of my subject with a quotation from Homer. And so to set the scene, Marge is walking down the street and she's singing. This is the only singing that will take place tonight, I promise. How many roads must a man walk down before you call him a man? And Homer says, 7. Lisa butts in, Dad, it's a rhetorical question. Which Homer says, okay, 8. Dad, do you know what rhetorical means? He goes, do I know what rhetorical means? Now, if you got that joke, the idea that rhetoric is a bad thing, which is a very, very ancient one, and it goes absolutely all the way back to Plato, that is itself a great rhetorical tactic. Rhetoric covers anywhere where language seeks to persuade, which one way or another is nearly everywhere language is. And, if you ask, I actually think in the manner of the life of Brian, what has rhetoric ever done for us? Well, I say, pretty much the whole of Western civilization is what it's done for us. If you walk downtown, this isn't an open claim, you walk downtown in any capital in the Western world, the two big buildings are the government and the law courts, both of which are essentially temples to the idea that persuasive language should be the heart of the process by which we keep society in order and decide what it's going to do next.
And the way in which Obama very self-consciously uses rhetoric which builds on things like Martin Luther King, which builds on the...
Absolutely, nobody does that. And I think that's, that points out one of the things that, ethos, which really is, I can't say enough, the most important of all the appeals. If you're building a connection with an audience, that has to do with shared history and a shared language. On a really literal level, you have to speak the audience's language, but on a deeper level, you want to be able to, use words and images that will strike, that will kind of draw on a shared well of experience and will kind of, if you like, arrogate or draw to you the authority of the things you're invoking. So, Obama had a really kind of big hurdle to jump. Given his racial background, his middle name, there was a whole lot of reasons that Obama might not have been elected. So he consciously channeled the actual phraseology of both Abraham Lincoln and Martin Luther King in a really kind of direct way. And he made a point, and he said at one point in one of his early speeches, he said that a lot that the story of a gangling, self-made lawyer from Springfield, Illinois can tell us, which is a description of both himself and Abraham Lincoln. He channeled Martin Luther King, and of course Martin Luther King, himself used, the language of the Bible constantly. And so wherever you are, you kind of drawing on the rhetorical power of your ancestors in a way, and you just have to align yourself with the right ancestors.